Pep Guardiola sank back into his seat with a look of disbelief and disgust. Not once but twice. He had warned his players about the perils of cheap goals in Europe and they failed to heed his words at the Etihad. Luckily for Manchester City, there was a small price to pay on this occasion. A 4-goal lead from the first leg in Switzerland last month meant they were never in danger of losing this Champions League last 16 tie. City go into the quarter-final draw for only the second time and that was never in doubt. Manchester City, Bravo, Danilo, Stones, Laporte, Zinchenko, Gundogan, Diaz 66, Touré, Foden, and Arboyo 89, Bernardo Silva, Jesus, Sane subs not used, Anderson, Walker, Aguero, De Bruyne, Otamendi goal scorers, Jesus 8 booked, Jesus Basle, Click, Suchi, Fry, Lacroix, Lang, Dye, Zafi, Riveros, Bois, Stalker 68, Oberlin, Van Wolfswinkel 74, Ilianusi subs not used, Salvi, Ajeti, Manzambi, Petretta, Kaiser goal scorers, Ilianusi 17, Lang 71 booked, Lacroix referee, Pavel Kralovec. But Guardiola has told his players to respect the fine margins in this competition. If they make silly mistakes against the best in Europe, he has said, City will be on the way out. They were punished twice here despite taking an early lead through Gabriel Jesus, suffering only their 4th defeat in all competitions this season. Guardiola could point to the fact that it was a weakened team showing 6 changes from Sunday's win over Chelsea, and one that struggled to rouse itself on a subdued night in what amounted to a dead rubber. But that is not his style. Guardiola demands the highest standards from his players, whatever team he puts out, and he looked furious at what he saw here. City's win in Switzerland had rendered this game rather meaningless considering they were unbeaten in their 13 home ties in the Champions League. I could say, you have to believe, but it would look a bit daft in front of the team, admitted Basle boss Raphael Wiki beforehand. It gave Guardiola a rare opportunity to give his French players some game time in the last 16 of the Champions League. In came Claudio Bravo, Ben Foden, and Yaya Touré, while John Stones was given a chance to impress after a spell on the bench, and Gabriel Jesus made his first start since sustaining a knee injury on New Year's Eve. It took the Brazil striker just 7 minutes to put City ahead on the night and out of sight on aggregate. Leroy Sane was a constant threat on the left throughout, but on this occasion he cut inside and sliced through the Basle defense on a diagonal run before laying off the ball to Bernardo Silva on the other flank. The Portugal winger steered across through the legs of not one but 2 defenders, Blas Riveros and Leo Lacroix, to Jesus, who applied a simple finish at the far post for his first goal since last November. It was also City's 100th in the Champions League in their 56th appearance on Europe's biggest stage. Another Silva cross to the same spot should have brought a second City goal, but goalkeeper Thomas Vaklik sprang out of his goal to smother Ilkay Gundogan's first-time effort. Although they were again dominating possession, Basle were always looking to catch the Premier League leaders on the break, and Geoffroy Siridi had already beaten Alexander Zinchenko to Stones' lazy pass and fired over before they equalized in the 17th minute. Riveros burst down the left and again Stones could have done better as he failed to cut out his cross. The ball reached Mohamed Ilianusi and he had time to size up a shot before ramming it inside Bravo's right-hand post. It all went a little flat after that. City continued to dominate without making any great inroads, much to the frustration of their fans, while Basle's boisterous followers made the most of their last sight of this competition for at least another year. It wasn't usual fluid City performance, which was perhaps not surprising given the 6 changes made by Guardiola, and they were punished with a second goal in the 71st minute. Touré, who had looked sharp up to that point despite his lack of first-team action, tracked Ilianusi's run into the box as the Basle winger skipped past the disappointing Zinchenko. He looked to have contained the threat until Ilianusi turned away and played the ball into the path of Michael Lang. Laporte had sensed the danger but didn't do enough about it. City's £57 million signing failed to make a challenge and Lang fired the ball into the top corner from a tight angle. Once again the cameras panned to Guardiola on the bench, and his expression said it all.